Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
It's championship night of the 2025 Eastern Dakota Conference Softball Tournament as it features the number 1 seed and defending tournament champ, the Fargo North Spartans, going up against a 2 seed and the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to Mickelson Field, where they're going over the lineup cards here today in this one. Red River at 15-9 on the season will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Fargo North sits at 16-4. They will be the home club. Earlier today, Davies picked up a win over West Fargo 7-3, and also Cheyenne with a 4-0 win over West Fargo Horace. So here's what has been set so far at state. The West number 1 seed of either Williston or Minot High will go up against the 4 seed from the East in Davies at 1 o'clock on Thursday. The loser of this game will play at 1 o'clock against Dickinson on Thursday afternoon in Grand Forks. The winner of this game will play at 4 o'clock against Bismarck High, and then Cheyenne will play against the West number 2 seed. That'll be at 6 o'clock on Thursday. So the West 1 against Davies will open things up at state. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on in that WDA championship game as well when that officially becomes final. Also, when we come back after this, we'll take a look at the State B softball bracket, get you ready for our starting lineups and the opening pitch. Some of the players to watch out for. That and more are still to come here today from Fargo. It's the 2025 EDC Conference Tournament Championship. Today all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we come back here, taking a look at the state softball bracket for Class B. It's officially been announced. In the East, the number 1 seed in the tournament from the East will be the Carrington Cardinals. They will match, the Central Cass Squirrels. They will match up with the Carrington Cardinals on Thursday from North Dakota State at 4 o'clock. Then you have Beulah and Bottineau in the 4-5 matchup as well in the tournament. Top half of the bracket, the Lax Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. The 2 seed will go up against Mayport CG, and then Velva, Drake, and Moose will tangle with Hillsborough Central Valley. So that's a look at the 2025 North Dakota State Class B softball tournament. And we'll know the WDA championship before this one as that got underway. They just rolled through their schedule starting at 11-1 and 3, so that game is going to wrap up before this one possibly even gets underway, or very soon we'll find out who's going to win the West here in this one. Going through some of the numbers for both of these respective pitchers, it'll be Jada Purdy in the circle for Fargo North going up against Jocelyn Berg for Grand Forks Red River, and also some of the matchups from earlier this season. They did meet in the Mid-Season Classic. They did have a couple of other players in that particular game getting a couple of opportunities at the varsity level, but in the Eastern Dakota Conference, in the one matchup this season that they played against each other, back on April the 22nd, a 7-4 win for Grand Forks Red River over Fargo North. Jocelyn Berg, 7 innings of work, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, a walk, and 15 strikeouts in that contest. Manassa with 2 walks, a run driven in, and 2 runs scored for Grand Forks Red River. Then 3 RBIs coming by Sonia Gorder in the loss for the Fargo North Spartans. They also played part 2 of that doubleheader a little bit later on, in which was a 12-8 win for Fargo North over Red River. Got to see some different players in different places in that one as well, and kind of that secondary game between the Rough Riders and the Fargo North Spartans. When we come back after this, we'll get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's Red River and Fargo North as the Spartans will look to go back back-to-back. Well, for Red River, this is their first championship game appearance since 2023. They've been here 2 of the last 3 years. They lost to West Fargo in this EDC tournament championship game 2 years ago at West Fargo, a 5-1. We'll continue with more on the pregame show here at Mickelson Field around the corner.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
The world of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it #1 this year. World of Outlaws late models. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available. ncraceway.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As they're introducing the players here and the teams on your live event.com. Take a look at what happened out west here earlier today as we're starting to get the matchups making its way through. The West is officially done in the championship. Minot High shut out Williston 9-0. So the top end of the bracket will be Minot against Davies at 11 o'clock in the morning. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the loser of this game will play Dickinson in the top half of the bracket on Thursday. The winner of this game will open up the bottom half of the bracket at 4 o'clock against Bismarck High. The 4 seed from the West, Williston, will go up against West Fargo Cheyenne, then at 6 o'clock. So that'll be a look at the 2025 State A softball tournament. Again, the winner of this will play at 4 o'clock on Thursday against Bismarck. The loser will play at 1 o'clock against Dickinson High. We'll keep you apprised of that as this one continues to make its way through a little bit later on. For Red River, 15 wins and 9 losses on the season, as the Rough Riders will be sending in the circle their all-state selection from a season ago in Jocelyn Berg for the EDC Coach of the Year last year in Hannah Rose Rodriguez. While for the Fargo North Spartans, they will have Jada Purdy in the circle here, an all-state selection from a season ago for the returning state coach of the year in Taylor Ludlam here for the Fargo North Spartans. The Spartans in their gold tops, blue bottoms, while for Red River in their black tops and red bottoms here today in this one. Our umpires here in this one will be Chad Mears with Craig Hahn and Mr. Titus from there. Delamere Titus here with Craig Hahn calling balls and strikes. That does it for our pregame show. When we come back, it'll be the opening pitch in the starting laps here from Mickelson Field.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll cover the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 2nd and 3rd.
This will be hit and over the shortstop Berg into left center field. A run comes in to score with Alexander Rath.
Optimist Volleyball Series June 16th and 17th.
Blue outside Linsinger with another hammer.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 14th and 15th.
Baldwin finds Wick. Wick open, three-pointer coming. Yes, sir!
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
The Rumble on the Red, presented by Ellingson Companies and their Dow Metals Recycling, is coming to West Fargo, North Dakota. The World of Outlaws and Austin Drink Sprint Cars come to the Red River Valley Speedway on Saturday, May 31st. Tickets are available now at slspromotions.com or by calling 815-344-2023.
Chase Miller with you here today on yourliveevent.com. Red River and Fargo North in the 2025 Eastern Dakota Conference Championship game. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you patronize all of our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you here the EDC Tournament Championship game between the Spartans and the Rough Riders. As we get set here for our first pitch, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Go to redrivervalleyspeedway.com for races starting at 7 o'clock on Friday night, or simply go to Norman County Raceway on Thursday nights throughout the summer months and get tickets up in Ada. Tickets now available at normancountyraceway.com. That again is normancountyraceway.com. Brooklyn Soderberg here, the senior center fielder, will be batting leadoff, followed by Maya Manassa. The senior shortstop will be batting second. Ella Nelson will be batting third, the junior catcher, followed by Ella Spidell, the junior first baseman, batting cleanup. Jocelyn Berg, the opposing sophomore pitcher, batting fifth, with Taylor Kilgore, the senior third baseman, sixth. Brooke Dorsey, the senior left fielder, seventh, with Morgan Gilpin, the sophomore second baseman, batting eighth. Brooklyn Schmaltz, the sophomore designated player, batting seventh, and Abigail Olson, the junior right fielder, in the flex spot today here for Grand Forks Red River. The Rough Riders head coach is Hannah Rose Rodriguez. In the first inning yesterday for Grand Forks Red River, they pounced on Horace with 4 runs. They will try to do the same thing here. The opening pitch on the way, scheduled for 5 o'clock, right on schedule at 4:59 here for the opening first pitch of the EDC Championship. First pitch brought to you apart by, again, Red River Valley Speedway and the Norman County Raceways. This one is fouled back. Brooklyn Soderberg now behind the count as the senior center fielder here trying to get things going for Grand Forks Red River. As we'll have the pitch upcoming from Jada Purdy. Purdy able to get the strike. It'll be 1-2. Purdy so far 2 appearances, 7 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, with a handful of strikeouts here in this Eastern Dakota Conference tournament. as she did not start against Grand Forks Central, came in relief and threw an inning and a third of no-run baseball, softball, while against West Fargo she went 6 innings, 4 hits, picked up the win, as this one's going to be grounded. That'll go to Hoffman at short. This one across the diamond, not going to be in time, as that'll be an infield single on the way. And the Grand Forks Rough Riders get a runner on here at the top of the first inning. As Manassa, the senior shortstop, coming up to the plate. The pitch, swung on a miss. It's now 0-1. As we'll see this coming across here for Purdy. As Purdy right now in the Fargo North Spartans going back into their game against the West Fargo Packers. They fell behind early against the Packers 2-0 after 2 innings, but came back, and once they were able to time up at the time and roll, timed her up in the 3rd inning for 3 runs. They got 6 runs in the 4th, a 2-run homer by Hoffman and a 3-run homer by Fisher really sealed the game away, as this one will be on the outer part of the plate. That'll miss for a ball. It's now going to be 1-2 here to Manassa. So the winner of this game again will play Dickinson at 1 o'clock on Thursday. The loser will go up against Bismarck at 4 o'clock. The pitch, outside. That's going to be 2-2 as the West just rolled through their schedule at 11-1-3. Here got a little time to get the field ready for the championship game. Got it watered back down and looks good as this one will be hit up the third baseline. That'll go foul. So the final game for both A and B in terms of their regionals or conference tournaments, as the B bracket, we know the 8 teams and now the seeds that will make their way to the north side of Fargo at Theraldson Park. All these teams are making their way to Albrecht Field at UND. This one, was there a foul tip? Yes, there was. Now it'll be 2-2. Top end of the lineup for Red River really did the job against West Fargo. Horace Manassa with 3 runs scored. She reached base 3 times as well. Strike 3 looking. Nice pitch by Purdy. And there's 1 down. So for Purdy, trying to change speeds, different elevations throughout the course of this game. 1 down. Now it'll be Ella Nelson, the junior catcher here for the Rough Riders. As the Rough Riders put 9 runs across against Horace in that 3rd inning. 9 runs on 8 hits. Nelson with 3 runs driven in, 2 runs scored, and an extra base hit on top of it. Here's the pitch by Purdy. That'll miss. The question will be, once we get to Grand Forks Red River in the field, can Fargo North hit Jocelyn Berg, who's been nearly untouchable in 2 games, as this will be hit on the ground. A chance for Hoffman. They get the lead runner there. The relay throw, not going to be in time. Hoffman and Ness 4-3 on the putout. Nelson will reach base on a fielder's choice, and there's 2 down, as we'll have a courtesy runner coming into the game here for Red River. As taking a look at it, looks to be number 11. Or number 1, as looks to be a number 11. So Led Agee coming out here. As number 1 is Brooklyn Soderberg. From the side of the press box here, Sal won it. Just a matter, was there 2 of them or just 1 of them? As Red River will have a runner at first base with 2 down with Ella Spidell, the junior first baseman. Will take a strike here, and it's 0-1. Fargo North trying to go back-to-back. We've had 4 different champions in the last 4 seasons in this tournament. If Red River wins, it'll be 5 different teams in 5 different years, with Valley City, Cheyenne, West Fargo, and North to win it post-COVID. Here's the pitch to Spidell. This will be hit on the ground. Another chance for the shortstop. Underhands it. Hoffman. Did they get it? No. Hoffman underhanded it to Ness. She couldn't control the softball, and now you have runners at first and second on the error by the second baseman. As he had the throw by Hoffman right into Ness, and Ness just frankly dropped it. And Red River gets an extra out to work with here in the top of the first inning. This one will be popped up down the right field line, and this will be a diving play, and that'll be in there for a base knock. Rounding on their way home is Ledegee. Here comes Spidell. She'll stay put there. It's an RBI single for Jocelyn Berg, and Grand Forks Red River takes a 1-0 lead. So the extra out does come back and haunt the Spartans, as you'll have runners at the corners now here for Grand Forks Red River. So Lettegee comes in to score. She was often running on the swing. Spidell goes first to third. Berg gets the run driven in. And now from here with Jocelyn Berg, it looks like we'll get another courtesy runner coming into the game for Red River, as this will be Clough. Clough coming into the game. Piper, the freshman. Clough will be at first base. Spidell at third, and Red River looking to make it a crooked number here in the top of the first inning. Tough play by Woodard. She absolutely laid out for that one in right. As the runner, kind of a delayed steal, seeing if Fisher would possibly throw back to the first baseman and get the runner to come in from Spidell at third. Clough will make her way to second base. As we have runners at second and third right now. Kilgore, 1 ball, no strikes. That'll run out of the zone. It's 2-0. Give credit again to Woodard. She absolutely gave her all, about by maybe an inch or two that the ball hit the grass instead of the glove. Here's the 2-0 fouled. It'll be now 2-1. The nice thing for both of these teams, regardless of the results, you could lose 50-0 today, for an example, and you're still going to state. That's the nice thing. You know, you get another couple of practices in with your squad, make your way up to University of North Dakota on Thursday through Saturday here next week. The pitch, nice spot there for Purdy. It's now 2-2. 6 batter to the plate here for Red River. Purdy looking for a strikeout. Kilgore looking for a single up the middle. And there will be a line drive, and that'll be right to Calbus. A good swing by Kilgore right to the center fielder to retire the Rough Riders here in the first. But they do score a run on 2 hits, an error, and 2 runners left on base. As we'll make our way from the top of the first to the bottom of the first inning here on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. Grand Forks Red River with a new score as they lead it by 1.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Bottom of the first inning we go. First time through here for Fargo North. Olivia Calbus will be batting leadoff for the senior center fielder. Leah Hoffman, the senior shortstop, will be batting second with Jada Birdie third. Kenley Fisher in the cleanup spot with Aubrey King batting fifth. Woodard sixth with Ansley Ness seventh. Maureen Schneider batting eighth, and Sonia Gorder will be batting ninth there today for the Fargo North Spartans, going up against Jocelyn Berg, who's been nearly untouchable through 2 games here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Calbus will take a strike. It's 0-1. So far through 2 games for Jocelyn, she has thrown 12 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 24 strikeouts in 12 innings so far for Berg. Here's the 0-1 pitch. No miss. It'll be 1-1. Nelson behind the plate. Kilgore stands at third. Manassa at short. Gilpin at second with Spidell at first. We'll get to the outfield after this pitch. Here's the 1-1 from Jocelyn. This would be hit on the ground, put the ball in play. Kilgore will sling it across the diamond. 5-3. Spidell is there at first, and there's 1 down. Dorsey in center. Dorsey in left with Soderberg in center and Olsen in right here today for the Rough Riders. The Fargo North Spartans head coach is Taylor Ludlam. Leah Hoffman, and we'll talk with her yesterday after a 2-run shot for the Spartans. She's got the ability and the power here to change the game here for Fargo North, as she As this one go foul, it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hoffman. Off speed, that'll miss for a ball. It's now 1-1. Hoffman reached base 3 times yesterday against West Fargo, had 3 runs driven in with a 2-run homer and a single and 2 runs scored. There's the 1-1 offering. This will be hitting the air. That'll go to right center field and will die in front of the center fielder, Soderberg. They were shading her to left center and hitting it to right center as Hoffman for the opening base hit for Fargo North. First base runner of the game for the Spartans. As now you'll have Jada Purdy, the junior pitcher, coming up to the plate here for Fargo North. And we were talking in the press box earlier that against Purdy, it's just about putting the ball in play, where she has averaged 2 strikeouts per inning so far here in the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament. So she's made it easy on those behind her in the infield and the outfield that they haven't really had to worry too much about the softball coming their way because they're getting strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, foul back. That'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Kinley Fisher on the on-deck circle, then it's King here for the Spartans. One thing about this EDC tournament, it has been balanced the last couple of years. There just hasn't been one team that has ran away with it, and everybody else, as this one runs out of the zone, it's 2-1. Red River, 3 straight state tournament appearances. They've made it 2 states 7 times. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way from Berg. Now 2-2. Rough Riders from 2009 to 2012, then about a 10-year gap, and they made it in 2022, 23, and 24. For the Fargo North Spartans, they've made it 11 times and looking to go back-to-back. Here's the 2-2 offering. That'll miss out of the zone, now 3-2. We know making Jocelyn work as the opposing pitcher, Purdy, working the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and Berg gets her 25th strikeout of the tournament. 1 down via the strikeout, and then a ground out here by Calbus. 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Kinley Fisher, the junior catcher. Also home run ability for the Spartans as this one runs in, jams her. Manassa in fair territory to make the out, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played 1 today on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. It's Grand Forks Red River up by 1.
Stay up today all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Top of the second inning we go here on yourliveevent.com, as there will be Dorsey, Gilpin, and Schmaltz here for Grand Forks Red River. Bottom third of the lineup against Jada Purdy, where Red River scored 1 run on a couple of hits. There was an error and 2 runners left on base back in the top of the first inning for Grand Forks Red River. It's coming in to score is Ledegy after Ella Nelson reached base on a fielder's choice. From Mickelson Field here in downtown Fargo, able to host the 7th game of the EDC tournament. 11 games in total, but those opening round games from Wednesday and Thursday scheduled for Tuesday earlier in the week, but because of the weather got pushed back a day or 2 days. We're at the higher seeds, unless you needed to go to a turf field, in which North did go up to Grand Forks Central to get their game in earlier in the week. As you'll see, Jada Purdy foul tip off the glove of Fisher. It's now 0-1. For Red River here with Dorsey, a double and a run scored, went 1 of 3 against Horace yesterday in the semifinals. This one will be hit. That'll be the second baseman. Nice basket catch by Ness. And it'll be 1 down. Morgan Gilpin, the sophomore second baseman, will be coming to the plate here for Red River. Out west, it's all set and done. The championship goes to Minot, 9-0. The Magi have had a multitude of really good athletes come through that program in recent years. Williston will have their first state tournament appearance ever, while West Fargo will have the first time they've never made it to state. So just to show you a difference in what can a year make, Dickinson defeated Mandan in a qualifier 6-3, then Bismarck all over Jamestown in 5 innings, 10-0 earlier today. Here's the pitch to Gilpin, and so far, a 1-2 count upcoming. Jada Purdy able to get some good movement so far in the circle on that softball with Brooks and Schmaltz on the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. This will be hit, popped up, and into foul territory by a step to Schneider, and there will be 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Now to Brooklyn Schmaltz, also going on. We'll have the EDC baseball tournament as well. At that particular game, they'll be making its way through for the EDC championship between Fargo Davies and West Fargo Cheyenne, as this one is going to be popped up. A chance here for Schneider. Oh, what a catch! Schneider running in front of the chain link fence here, makes the catch, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Purdy as we make our way to the bottom of the second inning. It's Red River 1, North scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
EDC Baseball Championship over at Young Field in West Fargo. West Fargo Cheyenne scoreless. And the same thing for Fargo Davies. Both of those teams are heading to state alongside with the Fargo South Bruins and the West Fargo Horace Hawks in EDC Baseball. But the EDC Championship in baseball, again, it is scoreless in the bottom of the 4th inning between the Mustangs and the Eagles. Minnesota Twins with a walk-off here today. Brooks Lee was the hero, after they have walked off the Royals on back-to-back games. Ty France 2-run homer yesterday. Nice crowd here at Mickelson Field. They got some that are up on top of the dike that are just hanging out. Brought their lawn chairs, the same with some of those blankets. Got some good crowd up the first and third base line here, and some of the players from previous games just kind of camped out waiting to get to this championship game. As we go to the bottom of the second, Aubrey King will take a ball outside. It'll be 1-0. King, Woodard, and Ness due up here for North 5, 6, and 7 batters against Jocelyn Berg. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. It's 1-1. King put a couple good swings together yesterday. Didn't get rewarded too much as they're kind of hit right at a handful of players here throughout in their win against the West Fargo Packers. 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll miss out of the zone. It's 2-1. As King was able to be one of the 3 runners to come in the 6th inning for Fargo North. Did reach base 2 times, but had a flyout and a pop-out as well. Here's the 2-1 offering. This would be hit right back up the middle, and King does get rewarded today with a single. The Fargo North Spartans, back-to-back games, they get a runner aboard here against Jocelyn Berg. Second hit for Fargo North. And that will be Brooklyn Woodard, the junior right fielder.
Number 7, Brooklyn Woodard.
So for Woodard here, batting from the left-handed side. Red River a run across so far in the first, scoreless in the second. See what North can do here in the bottom half of the second inning. As this will be called a strike, it's 0-1. Fargo Davies, first time in a decade, they're making it to a state tournament, the 3rd time in program history. West Fargo Cheyenne, 8 consecutive years that they're heading to state. As this one goes foul, it's 0-2 Red River. Again, their 8th tournament appearance, their 4th straight. Well, for the Fargo North Spartans, this will be their 12th state tournament appearance, and they have gone now back-to-back times. The pitch, that'll miss. Here to Woodard, as will be 1-2. Well, for Fargo North, what can they do with the leadoff single here? And it's Jocelyn Berg. Berg, just a sophomore, an all-state selection against the all-stater and Purdy for Fargo North in the circle. This one will miss outside. It's 2-1. Last season, Red River, Riley McQuillan, and Ella Weipert are gone, as McQuillan was an all-state player, Weipert an all-EDC selection, but they still, both teams with a good core, a couple of really good seniors, sprinkled in with a junior and a sophomore or two, as this one will go foul. Just over at the Red River roster, they have 4 seniors on the club here this year. Then you got 5 juniors. Well, for the Fargo North Spartans, a lot of experience between what they have for their 6 seniors here this season. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Out of the zone, and we've seen some good at-bats. One by Purdy, who struck out, but she worked the count full. And this will be the second full count here for for Jocelyn Berg in the circle. One by Purdy, and now one by Woodard here. Payoff pitch. This will be laced, and that'll be foul. Just missed. Now, Dorsey is shading to left if it did get by Kilgore, but that had extra bases written all over it. We'll have the 3-2 upcoming yet again. Outfielder playing straight away in Soderberg, a deep center. We'll do it again at 3-2. This would be hit, and that's gloved by the third baseman. Oh, what a play by Kilgore. Kilgore makes it 1 down here on the bottom half of the second, as she had to jump and go away from her body to make that catch. 1 down here in the second. The senior second baseman, Ness, here for the Spartans. As this will miss on the zone, it's now 1-0. Well, the Spartans are definitely putting the ball in play so far through 6 batters, just 1 strikeout against Jocelyn Berg. They made some good contact here for Fargo North. The 1-0 pitch. Foul back, it's now 1-1. So the EDC baseball and EDC softball tournament championships are the last thing for the conference tournaments here for these two. And then they'll make their way up to Grand Forks and find out what the state bracket will have in store. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Already saw the State B bracket earlier today, where Central Cass is the 1 seed, the 2 seed of Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. There's the 1-2 pitch. This one will go foul. One ball, 2 strikes here as Ness, the senior second baseman, trying to have a good battle as what Woodard did just moments ago. That'll run out of the zone now, 2-2. Against Horace, Berg really got up in front of batters early. Didn't really see a lot of 2-ball, 3-ball counts throughout the course of the game against the Hawks. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 looking, and Berg gets their second strikeout. 2 down here in the second. It was Jocelyn Berg yesterday, first time through the lineup against Horace, had 7 strikeouts. Finished the game with 12. That'll be her second so far, and Fargo North will bring up now Schneider, the senior first baseman. As Martin will take a strike, it's now 0-1. For Grand Forks, River, top of the third inning, second time through against Purdy with Brooklyn Soderberg, their leadoff batter, to open things up in inning number 3. The 0-1. I'll make it 0-2. Aubrey King with a leadoff single. Trying to see if she can make her way to second or third, while Jocelyn Berg wants to leave a runner at first base in back-to-back innings for Red River. The 0-2 pitch. That'll run in. This one will get away from the catcher Nelson, and King will get into scoring position for the first runner of the game. I'll stand at second base for Fargo North. As we'll see the 1-2 upcoming here to Schneider. 1-2 pitch is foul back. Sonia Gorder on the on-deck circle here for the Spartans. Spartans last year played a well of a championship against West Fargo, in which they won by a run 4-3. Red River 10-run ruled Valley City in a state qualifier last season 12-2-5. Swing and a miss, and Berg gets her third strikeout. Back-to-back K's to finish the second. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one runner left. We played 2 today on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. Red River leads it by a run.
The World of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models, Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available. ncraceway.com.
Top of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's Brooklyn Soderberg, Maya Manassa, and Ellen Nelson here due up for Grand Forks Red River. For the Fargo North Spartans, Gorder is in left field, Calbus in center, Woodard stands in right, Schneider at first, Ness at second, Hoffman at shortstop with King at third, and Fisher behind the plate. Jada Purdy so far, 2 innings of work, 2 hits, a run, no walks, and a strikeout here in this contest. Soderberg able to reach base her last time up with a single for the senior center fielder. Here's the pitch upcoming from Purdy. This will be swung and hit right back up the middle. 1 pitch and a swing, and Soderberg is on for her second time here this Saturday night. As you'll see Manassa at the plate, who struck out looking her last time up for this senior shortstop. And with a 1-run lead, we'll see what the play is put on here for the Rough Riders, and this one is popped up, and that one will just get to the chain link fence. It'll be 0-1 as Purdy's pitch ran in a little bit. And look at the Spartans' perspective from a season ago, able to bring back an all EDC selection in Fisher. A couple of all-staters back as well, as this one is hit to right. Nice piece of hitting by Manassa. Will stay back and zing it to right field. Soderberg stands at second. Manassa at first. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top half of inning number 3. All-state selection of Olivia Calvis as well in center field. Nelson, Spidell, and Berg due up now for Red River. Change up out in front. Nelson swung on a miss as she reached base on a fielder's choice. Ledegy came on and courtesy ran for her, and that's been the only run of the game after a run driven in by Jocelyn Berg. So work inside. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Red River, they're looking for win number 16 of the season, their 25th game of the spring. As this is called a strike, it's 1-2 for Fargo North, looking for win number 17 of the year, as this is their 21st game of their campaign. This would be hit on the ground. Difficult play. Hoffman trying to scoop it, not in time. Able to slide in safely with Soderberg. Manassa will go to second. Nelson will get on board, as they'll have runners at first, second, and third right now. Bases full, as Hoffman trying her best on a slow roller that came off the bat. She really only had 1 play. You probably weren't going to go across the diamond to get Ella Nelson out by the time it got to Hoffman, and her momentum was carrying her towards third anyway, so able to try to get the lead runner, just unable to do so. And so far, Soderberg, Manassa, and Nelson all aboard here, bases full for Grand Forks Red River in inning number 3. For Red River against Horace, this was the inning in which they scored 9 runs on 8 hits against the Hawks and sent 12 batters to the plate in the third in their semifinal round win. Is this going to be hit on the ground? That eats up King, and King can't do much with that one. Clean glove there by King. You probably come home and get the runner instead. It's a 2-0 game here for Red River. Soderberg comes in to score. Manassa stands at third. Nelson at second base. Here's the pitch. I'll be in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Jocelyn Berg with a single. Her last time up. Red River extends their lead. Still nobody out here in inning number 3. Another strike. It's now 0-2. This is what this Red River Rough Rider team can do. Got your table setters, and you bring a good part of the lineup here. The 0-2. That'll run in nicely done by Fisher to keep that one in the glove and in front of her. It's now 1-2. Well, for Purdy, love a strikeout, but would like something in the infield here for Fargo North. Infield comes in, trying to take the runner at home. The 1-2 pitch. That'll miss outside. Now 2-2. We'll have the 2-2 pitch from Purdy. That'll miss. Work the count full. 3-2. First full count for Purdy here in the circle against a Red River batter. Payoff pitch. Hit in the air. That'll go down the left field line, just foul. 2 runs would have came in, maybe 3, but instead it's just a long and allowed strike. As this Red River team has found ways to score runs in bunches here in this tournament. They scored 7 runs against Davies in a 7-1 win. 15 runs against Horace in 5 innings. This will be hit on the ground off the glove of King. King then's going to apply the tag. A run does come in to score. Manassa will come in. Nelson will be retired at third base. And there's 1 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Red River, though, does plate another run as they take a 3-0 lead. Jocelyn Berg will reach base. And we'll have a courtesy runner coming in. As coming in here for, will be Clough on the way. This is going to be hit off the glove of the second baseman, Ness. Going into short center, Calvis will come in on the relay. They'll hold everybody up, and the secondary runner was about halfway between second and third, but they just made sure they're good. So Nelson will make her way towards, Spidell will make her way towards third base. And Clough here is going to be at second, and Kilgore will get the base knock on the way as you'll have bases full here in the top of the 3rd again for the Rough Riders. As Brooke Dorsey, 1 ball, no strikes upcoming here. And for Red River, a run across in the first 2 so far here in the 3rd against Purdy. This would be hit in the air. That'll go to right. Woodard is there. It does get the out. Here's the throw back in. This one will get by Schneider. It will be a sacrifice fly. They do throw back down to try to get Clough at third base. Spidell will come in to score on the sacrifice fly by Dorsey. So that'll be the 4th run of the game here for Grand Forks Red River, and there's 2 down. Able to put the ball in play with 1 out. Able to drive a ball somewhere as the 8th batter coming up here of the inning for Gilpin and Red River. As Morgan Gilpin popped out to Schneider her last time up in foul territory in inning number 2. Red River striking early here in this one. Foul tipped into the glove of Fisher. It's now 1-1. And Brooklyn Schmaltz is on the on-deck circle for Red River. The 1-1, big swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. For Fargo North, you'll have your 9 1 and 2 batters with Sonia Gorder due up in the bottom half of the third inning. The pitch going to be hit on the ground, backhanded there by Purdy. Purdy makes a nice play to Schneider to retire the side, but the Rough Riders put 3 runs across on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard here in the third.
We have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For Red River, able to get 3 runs, a couple of hits. There was an error and 2 runners left on base in the top half of the third inning. New score, the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. Your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance agency. They want a shot at your business. Go to DJ Coulter's website at djcoulter.com. And again, it's djcoulter.com. Red River 4, Grand Forks, Red River. And what the advantage here over the Fargo North Spartans as North has got a runner on in both the first and the second via single. Well, that's been about it. Nothing in consecutive order here for the Spartans as Gorder falls behind now 0-1. A 1-out single by Leah Hoffman in the first. She was stranded at first base. Aubrey King eventually got to second, but with 2 outs in inning number 2 as this one is fouled. It's now 0-2. You win this game, you'll be the East #1 seed with a date with Bismarck High. You lose, you got a team that's made it to state 13 consecutive seasons in Dickinson, a club that has kind of owned the State A tournament the last couple of years post-COVID. This will be hit in the air. That'll go to right past the right fielder, Olsen. Gorder makes her way from first to second. She looks to possibly go 3. They're going to let her loose, and Gorder will be in there sliding. It's a triple for the Spartans to open up the third. Nice piece of hitting as Olsen thought it was going to come more maybe on a little not as quick of a line as it did as it right when it got by Olsen. Gorder immediately was looking at Taylor at third base and she's able to get in with a triple. So can that be the shot in the arm here for the Spartans in the third? Now it's Calbus who's 0 for 1 with the ground out. I'll be in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Calbus with the ground out her last time up to Kilgore at third base. Well, the Spartans don't need it all back here in the third, but trying to get that goose egg off would be nice here against Jocelyn Berg. This one will be fisted, popped up, and that'll go out of play. It's now 0-2. 14 innings of work for Berg in the circle, and she's given up just 1 run so far here in the EDC tournament. So every chance you get, gotta make the most out of it against this pitcher. The 0-2. That'll miss tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leah Hoffman, then Purdy here for the Spartans. Berg looking for her 4th strikeout. And she gets it. Out number 1 here in the third. 3 of the last 4 batters have been retired via the K here for Berg. As you'll see, Leah Hoffman with a single her last time up. That was into right center field. As now the center fielder, Soderberg, shading a little bit more to right center. This will be a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Soderberg back in the first inning was shading more towards left center. And Leah hit one to right. I'll see if Leah can maybe gap one here, or more importantly, put one in the outfield at least and try to drive in Gorder. 0-1 pitch. And just like that, it'll be 0-2, and Berg on the verge of her fifth strikeout. Gorder hit a triple on an 0-2 count. Calvis worked the count 1-2, and now it's 0-2 here to Hoffman. Just a calm night here, about 70 degrees, and not too much wind to speak of. The 0-2. Strike three looking. Back-to-back Ks here for Berg. Her fifth in the contest. 4 out of 5 batters have been retired via the K, and now it's to Jada Purdy. Purdy had a really good battle with Jocelyn back in the first inning, worked the count full, able to get a couple of foul balls, but eventually struck out for the first strikeout here for Berg. This one will run in for a strike. It's 0-1. For Grand Forks Red River, top of the fourth inning, it'll be their 9-1-2 batters due up here for the Rough Riders. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It will be hit up the first base side towards the Rough Rider dugout. It's now 0-2. Fargo, Davies, Cheyenne, North, and Red River will all represent the East coming up at UND. Well, the West will be represented by Dickinson, Bismarck High, Williston, and Minot High. The 0-2. Strike three looking, and Berg gets her sixth strikeout in the circle, as she has retired 5 of the last 6 via the K. Leadoff triple goes awry for the Spartans in the third on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. Red River leads it by 4.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
EDC softball tournament continues here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, make sure you stay tuned with us. After the conclusion of the championship game, we'll get to the All-EDC team, the Senior Athlete Coach of the Year, that and more, so make sure you stay tuned later today here on YourLiveEvent.com for our coverage of the All-EDC team as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Here to Brooklyn Schmaltz. Schmaltz 0 for 1 in the game. This one will be hit up the first base side. That'll go foul. And to Soderberg and Manassa here for Grand Forks Red River in a game that started back at 4:59 as we're nearing the 6 o'clock hour. As this one fouls back, it's now 1-2. All things considered, most of the games have been right around that hour and a half, kind of on average here throughout our tournament coverage here at Mickelson Field. There's the 1-2 offering from Purdy. This one will be a slow grounder. Able to fielder position is Purdy. Goes to Schneider, and there's one down here in the 4th inning. Purdy was able to get the leadoff batter in Dorsey in the second for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Red River was able to get Brooklyn Soderberg, who stands up to the plate, on with a pair of singles, won the first and won the third to lead off those innings. As this would be called a strike, it's 0-1. Brooklyn also with a run scored, part of a 3-run inning in the third for the Rough Riders. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Got her out in front on the off speed. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 offering. This one will go foul. We'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Going back through the state championships as of late, it's been the teams from the West again. Dickinson in 2021, 23, and 24. Bismarck High winners in 2022 as this has popped up and King just runs out of room. West Fargo owned the sport in A. There's just been 4 teams that have won since softball was sanctioned in 2009, a state title. West Fargo, Minot, Dickinson, and Bismarck. Dickinson's won 3, West Fargo's won 10, Bismarck High and Minot High have won 1 apiece. They're going to check to see if she went. She did not. Be now 1 and 2 in similar fashion in B, where we've seen Central Cass be the team and Kindred Richland have been the bullies on the block. Central Cass has won 6 titles. Kindred Richland has won 4. Enderlin Maple Valley won in 2012, the first that was a Class B title. And Beulah won in 2023 for the first team in the West, as this one's going to hit Brooklyn as she will take her base with 1 down here in the 4th inning. So a hit by pitch. You'll see Maya Manassa, 1 of 2 with a single and a run scored here today. As they're making sure Brooklyn's right up the first base side for the senior center fielder, and she looks to indicate that she can run and she's okay as she wants to stay in the game. Now it's Manassa here for the Rough Riders. This is going to be a swing past King into left field. Kind of just hacked at that one, did Manassa. Was up in the zone and she was able to get it to left. And Maya's aboard with her second hit of the afternoon into early evening. Runners at first and second, and Red River looking to open the game up here in the 4th. For Jada Purdy, looking for out number 2 right now with Nelson. Nelson hits it right back up the middle. Here comes Calbus. Here's the throw, and they're going to hold the runner as having to go back to first base. No one covering. Taking a big turn there was Nelson, as Nelson was anticipating Soderberg that she was going to get waved home, was not. And so you have bases full. Soderberg stands at third base, Manassa at second. And having that all-conference, all-state caliber player in center field, Hannah Rose Rodriguez said, let's not run ourselves potentially out of a big inning. Bases full here in the 4th. That'll be a strike. It's 0-1. Spidell with a run scored back in the 3rd. 5th batter to the plate. Hit by pitch, a single and a single. This will be popped up. Fisher and Schneider hustling after it. This will be dropped by Fisher. So it'll be a strike, and these are the little things against a hot Red River team where you give them an extra strike or give them an extra out, they have made you pay. Whether it was Horace yesterday or what we're seeing here, no balls, 2 strikes to the cleanup batter in Spidell. Infield in again with 1 down. 0-2, swing and miss, big strikeout by Purdy. That'll be her second. And there's 2 down. Can Purdy keep the bases full and get out of the 4th inning here from the Spartan perspective? Jocelyn Berg, a run driven is, as we'll get a courtesy runner coming to the game. Looks to be as this one will come through, as it will be number 11 back into the game here for Red River with Ledegy. Ledegy with a run scored so far here today for Ella Nelson. And she will come in for the junior catcher. Purdy back in the circle. Here the number 5 batter, Berg. As that'll run inside for a ball. It's 1-0. 2 strikeouts, a walk so far for Purdy in the circle. This will be hit on the ground. That'll go foul. That'll be 1-1. So a couple singles in the first. The same in the 3rd inning. All the base hits today have been a single variety for Red River. The 1-1. I'll miss now 2-1. Shield Softball All-Star Series making its way to Grand Forks on June the 2nd. And then over to Minot on June the 3rd as this one runs out of the zone. Now 3 balls and a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Jocelyn Berg. As Purdy with the pitch. This will be a high fly ball deep to left, way back, and you can touch them all, Jocelyn Berg. It's a grand slam in the fourth, and Red River has opened the door here in the EDC Championship as they lead it 8. Make that a 8-0 advantage. So a grand slam, as they're going to see if they touched the bag, if she actually touched the bag or not. And I think what they're going to do is going to say that they gave the run, as right now they're talking it over if she touched the plate or not. So coming in to score is going to be Brooklyn Soderberg. Manassa will come in. Ledegi will come in. And Jocelyn Berg with the home run, as it's 8-0 on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. So you got an 8-0 lead here on the way for Grand Forks Red River. A grand slam home run, as Berg has now 5 runs driven in here for Jocelyn Berg. As I think what Taylor Ludlam is saying, coming in, you had the celebration at home. If she ever touched home plate or not is the question. If she didn't touch home plate, then it'd be out, but still the runs would count in front of it with 7 runs. And that's the question of record right now. And also, all of a sudden, from a North perspective, it's 8-0. But from the perspective, it's this. Red River is looking for a 10-run rule all of a sudden now here in the 4th inning. Even if they don't score any more runs, they get 2 runs in the top of the 5th. North has a goose egg in the bottom of the 4th and the bottom of the 5th. Red River will win this via run rule. As this will work out of the zone, it's going to be 1-0. Taylor Kilgore, 1 of 2 with a single her last time up in the 3rd. The Rough Riders have just put batter after batter to the plate here, as they had 6 batters in the 1st, a 3-up, 3-down 2nd, 8 batters in the 3rd, and so far 7 here in the 4th. As that'll work out of the zone, it's now 2-1. That's the hardest hit ball we have seen here, I think, in the tournament. That was over. And here's a fly ball. That's got a chance to go. That's to left center. Look up and gone. Back-to-back homers here for the Rough Riders. They're showing their power in the 4th. It's now 9-0 here for Red River, as they get a 9-0 edge here for Red River. A solo home run for the Rough Riders. Their 5th run of the inning. And it's been the long ball shot here for Red River. As Brooke Dorsey with a sacrifice fly her last time up is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Second consecutive inning that Red River has sent 8 batters to the plate here against Jada Purdy and the Fargo North Spartans. Back-to-back homers. The pitch. A miss outside. It's 1-1. Going back to Jocelyn Berg, though, that one cleared the scoreboard in left field. That was a shot. And then Kilgore with the homer. Here's a swing. That one will be one hopper to King at third base. Goes to Schneider to retire the snide. But 5 runs come across for Red River, thanks in part to a grand slam by Berg, a solo home run by Taylor Kilgore. We have a new score on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard. It's Red River up by 9.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll cover the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 2nd and 3rd.
This will be hit and over the shortstop Berg into left center field. A run comes in to score with Alexander Rath.
Optimist Volleyball Series June 16th and 17th.
Blue outside Linsinger with another hammer.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 14th and 15th.
Baldwin finds Wick. Wick open, three-pointer coming. Yes, sir!
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Grand Forks Red River in the top of the fourth inning. 5 runs on 4 hits, thanks in part to a grand slam by Berg and a Taylor Kilgore solo home run. Both of those shot out to left. As you'll see this now for the Fargo North Spartans, Fisher, King, and Woodard. And they're on the verge of possibly getting 10-run ruled right now. Still time to get something done. Jocelyn Berg has struck out 5 of the last 6 batters, however. She has given up 3 hits. But for Fargo North, they'll try to do what Red River did, and that's get consecutive batters in order. And the 3rd inning is not an inning, and the 4th inning is not an inning you want to see against this Rough Rider team the way it's going here in the postseason. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Fisher with a pop out to Manassa, who eventually came over to third base to Kilgore, who just made way for her back in the 1st inning. 0-1 offering upcoming from Jocelyn Berg. Swing and miss. It's now 0-2. If Red River does complete this win, we'll have our 5th EDC tournament champion that'll be different in the last 5 years. Last time there was a run rule was Cheyenne over West Fargo in 2022, where the Mustangs won 12-2-5. 0-2, that'll get out of the zone at 1-2. As Jocelyn Berg still averaging 2 strikeouts per inning here in the EDC softball tournament in the circle. 1-2, that'll run in. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. North has sent 4 batters to the plate in every inning, and they've left a runner on in every inning. No runs, 3 hits, 3 runners left on base here so far for the Spartans. The 2-2. Strike 3 looking, and Berg does it again. Able to paint the plate, able to paint out there here for Berg. Now it's 4 consecutive that have been struck out here for Jocelyn. 7 strikeouts here in this contest. As Berg struck out 4 consecutive batters against Horace to open up the game yesterday in the semis. As this one runs out of the zone, it's 1-0. So if North is unable to score here in the inning, Red River would need 1 run in the 5th, and then it put up 0s in the bottom of the 5th, and they would win in 5. The pitch, this one will be popped up, playable. Spidell is there in foul territory, and Aubrey King is retired for the 2nd out. As you'll see, Brooklyn Woodard, the junior right fielder, coming up to the plate now for the Spartans. Going back to 2018, every year it's either been a 1 seed or a 2 seed to win the EDC Tournament Championship, except last season when North was the 4 seed to win it. And we get a 1-2 matchup here in this title game. So a 1-2 matchup in 2021 and 2022 with a 2 and the 1 seed split. Woodard. Line drive out her last time up. Hits one on the ground. This one will be backhanded by Gilpin in time to spine down. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning here for Berg, her first in the circle, and that's 6 consecutive. Spartans retired. As we make our way to the top of the 5th, it is a 9-0 lead in favor of Grand Forks Red River.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Red River coming up to the plate here as they lead it by 9 over the Fargo North Spartans, and they have been well in control in this EDC softball tournament championship game against the Spartans as Morgan Gilpin, 0 for 2 today, hits one foul. It's not going to be 0-1. And if you're Jada Purdy, you got to treat this like it's the 6th inning. Your team needs a 3 up, 3 down. Got to find a way to get a 0 on the board and see if your bats can find some way to get on against Berg. And also, opportunities here for the Spartans just continue to try to have some carryover into when they will get to a state tournament matchup coming up next week. 2 balls and a strike here to Morgan Gilpin. Then from there, Brooklyn Schmaltz and Brooklyn Soderberg do up next. There's a swing and a miss as it's 2-2. Past the 6 o'clock hour, a game that's just over an hour old here today. Here's the pitch and a miss. We'll see this one here to Gilpin on the way. There were 6 innings in the Summer League Championship. North Dakota State 3, Oral Roberts 2 in the Summer League title game. As this one will miss. And going to first is Gilpin. As we're going to take a look as, was it a 3-2 count or was it a 2-2 count? And Morgan Gilpin thought it was a 2-2 count, so they'll bring her back and we'll do it all over again. So we'll have the 3-2 pitch upcoming. There's the 3-2 offering. This one will go foul. We'll keep it at 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Hit in the air. That'll be down for a base hit in front of Calbus. Be a single for Gilpin. And Red River's got a runner on here in the top of the 5th inning. As Brooklyn Schmaltz will come on now. 0 for 2 today. As this one will miss now, 1-2. This will be hit down the first base side. That'll go foul. It's now 0-1. The State Class B baseball tournament pairings have been announced. We'll get to those in a moment. Looking through here, the number 1 overall seed at state for State B for baseball will be Park River area, the Aggies. Here's the pitch on the way. This would be foul. The defending 3-time champ Thompson will go up against Renville County. Northern Cass has a date with Bishop Bryan Nedrose. And then you'll have Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley against Shiloh Christian. The matchups for the State B baseball pairings. The 1 seed again is Park River area. The 2, Thompson. The 3 is Northern Cass. As we'll see the 2-2 pitch upcoming here to Brooklyn Schmaltz. Schmaltz will go right back up the middle. That'll be to the glove of Ness. They get 1. A chance for 2, not in time, as Schmaltz will reach with a fielder's choice. 1 down, good play by Ness to get the out at second and nearly got a twin killing. As you'll see, Brooklyn Soderberg, the senior center fielder. Soderberg, 2 runs scored so far here today. Here's the pitch upcoming. This will be hit on the ground. That'll go towards Hoffman. They'll get 1, a chance for 2 again, not in time. And we'll get the lead runner one more time. Soderberg reaches base on a fielder's choice, and there's 2 down. As now will be Maya Manassa. Manassa, 2 for 3 today with a couple of runs scored. top third of the lineup, has scored 6 runs, as that's going to be a hit to right field. Dancing out of the way was Soderberg, as Manassa gets her 3rd single of the game. Runners will be at first and second. 6 runs have scored, top third of the lineup. Smidell has scored a run. Berg has scored a run. Make that Ledegy has came in for Nelson twice to score 2 runs, that is. As that's your 9 runs so far here for Grand Forks Red River. Ella Nelson. We'll see this. That's a ball. It's now 1-0. Nelson has reached base all 3 times. A couple of singles here tonight for Red River. This will be hit on the ground and a CNI single, as they're going to wave the runner and then hold on the brakes then eventually at the end. And coming back, it looked like Coach Rodriguez was going to say, come on in. And then all of a sudden kind of said, hold on, just stay there, Brooke, at third base, as Brooklyn dives back after they hit the relay there with King. So Soderberg will go to third, Manassa to second. Nelson gets a base hit, and we'll get a pitching change here with the bases full in the top of the 5th inning. We'll let you know about it next and who it is on your liveevent.com.
The Rumble on the Red, presented by Ellingson Companies and their Dow Metals Recycling, is coming to West Fargo, North Dakota. The World of Outlaws and Awesome Energy Drink Sprint Cars come to the Red River Valley Speedway on Saturday, May 31st. Tickets are available now at slspromotions.com or by calling 815-344-2023.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Here's your defensive changes. Hoffman now stands in left field. Calba still in center. Gorder will go from left to right. Purdy will go from the circle to the shortstop. Again, Hoffman goes from short to left. And now Charlotte Duff coming up as 4 2/3 innings worked for Purdy. North is looking for 1 more out to not have to worry about getting the 10-run rule in 5 if they don't score in the bottom of the 5th inning. But this one gets all the way to the backstop. It takes a big bounce and coming in. Well, there's the run regardless. Soderberg will come in to score. Manassa goes to third base, and Nelson to second. It'll be 1-0 here to Ella Spidell. As this will be hit on the ground, and that's going to be a base hit through to right field. 1 run comes in to score with Manassa. Ledegy coming in as well with the courtesy runner. It's a 2 RBI single on the way here for Spidell. 2 runs driven in. And we're able to see a 12-0 contest. And Red River just keeps on hitting. Top of the lineup has just been phenomenal here for Coach and the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders here with Hannah Rose Rodriguez, as we'll get another courtesy runner coming in the game here for Red River. As this one looks to be number 17 coming in, and it is 17 here for Red River into the game.
Pitch runner at first base for the Riders, number 17, Chloe Erickson.
As Erickson will come on and courtesy run. As you'll see Jocelyn Berg. As this one will go all the way to the back, almost to the backstop, as Fisher had to go up the third base side. Erickson will go to second base. It'll be 1-0 here to Jocelyn Berg. Pitch. This one will miss. Now 2-0. Soderberg has reached base 4 times. Manassa 3 times. Ella Nelson has reached base 4 times, and Spidell has reached base 3 times here for your top four batters in the lineup. As this one's going to die in front of the new right fielder in Gorder. Coming in to score on the way will be Erickson, and the Rough Riders take a 13-0 lead on the 6th run driven in by Jocelyn Berg here tonight. We'll have a quick meeting on the circle, and it's 13-0 here in favor of Grand Forks Red River. Now the Rough Riders on the verge of becoming the EDC tournament champions here in 2025, and in 2 games here so far at Mickelson Field, they have outscored their opponents 28-0. And they did that with 5 innings against Horace yesterday, and they're on the verge of another 5-inning game here in the EDC championship against the Fargo North Spartans. As Kilgore with a home run her last time up. This one will go all the way towards Fisher on the dirt. 7th, make that the 8th batter to the plate here for Red River in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch did not go through, as it's now 2-0. There's Duff in the circle again for the Spartans. 2-0 is going to be hit on the ground. Playable for King. King makes it. The throw off the glove of Schneider. Going to third base will be Berg, as she's going to be held up there. And the runner at first base, Kilgore, will stay put at first. So Berg goes first to third, as you'll see runners at the corners with 2 down. Now it's to Brooke Dorsey. I'll give credit to where credit's due for Red River. In their games against the Spartans and the Hawks, they have put the ball in play, and they forced the defense to go make plays. As this one will be missing low, it's 1-0. Dorsey with a sacrifice fly. She's 0 for 2 today with a pop-out and a ground-out. Just 2 strikeouts today here for Red River batters. 1 walk, as it's a swing and miss. It's now 1-1. As Duff looking for her first out in relief. Has to be hit on the ground. That'll go to Schneider, and that'll retire the Rough Riders here in inning number 5. But for Grand Forks Red River, able to put 4 more runs across on the DJ Coulter Agency scoreboard as they take a 13-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Grand Forks Red River, 13 runs so far here in this contest, as they've gotten 14 hits. They've had a solo home run, a grand slam, a single here in this. All their hits except for 2 have been singles. Otherwise, it's been a home run variety here for Grand Forks Red River. As we'll go through some of the changes right now, as the Spartans, as it currently stands, are down to their final 3 outs here in the EDC Tournament Championship. Still to come, we'll get to our post-game, our all-conference team, Coach of the Year as well. As Ness will come on and try to figure out the riddle. Here in the circle, that is Berg again for Grand Forks Red River. As she has retired the last 6 batters after giving up a leadoff triple to Gorder in the 3rd. Bottom third of the lineup, Ness, Schneider, and Gorder here for the Spartans. The pitch, that one will miss. It's now 1-1. 4 innings of work for Jocelyn, 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts. There's the 1-1 offering. Has to be laced, and that'll go foul. Ansley Ness was looking to get a hot shot down the first baseline. It'll be now 1-2. A run across for Red River in the first inning, 3 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and 3 in inning number 5. Well, for the Spartans, a single in the first, second, a triple in the third for their hits today. This will be foul back. It's now 1-2. The way Jocelyn Berg is pitching and the way their bats are swinging, this was one of those teams where you probably don't necessarily want to break in between the EDC tournament to the state tournament. You just want to play again tomorrow the way Red River's going, as they have been humming here in the EDC tournament. The one team that has given them their best game was the quarters with Fargo Davies, in which Fargo Davies went the distance with Red River. They lost 7-1 in that contest. And then Red River on the verge of winning in 5 innings in the semis and here in the EDC championship. Here's a 2-2 offering to Ness, as that'll miss inside, not by much. It's now 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to the senior second baseman here for the Spartans. This will be the last game on their home field for the seniors in their career, as this one is going to be hit a 2-hopper. Nice job by Gilpin. This goes to Spidell. Back-to-back plays that have gone to Gilpin in the infield, and there's 1 down. Finishing off the 4th and opening up the 5th. Now it's Demarin Schneider here with a strikeout, swinging her last time up, as Jocelyn Berg is on the verge of back-to-back 5 innings where she has given up no runs against Horace and North here in the EDC tournament. This will be called a strike. It's 0-1. As it would stand right now, the Spartans would play at 1 o'clock against Dickinson on Thursday, while Red River would play against Bismarck High at 4. So it'll be called a strike. It's 0-2. Top half of the bracket, Minot High and Davies at 11. Then you'd see the Spartans and Dickinson. Bottom half of the bracket would be, again, Red River and Bismarck with Williston and Cheyenne. As there's a swing and a miss, and Berg gets her 8th strikeout. Fargo North down to their final out here in the EDC championship. Sonia Gorder with a triple, as we'll see a new hitter coming into the game here for the Fargo North Spartans. And it's coming on, as Rasted will come on here. I'm going to swing at Jocelyn Berg. Berg with 32 strikeouts here in the EDC tournament. The pitch, swing and miss, at 0-1. Nice Jocelyn right now. A sophomore is just, quite frankly, has looked unhittable here in Mickelson Field in these 2 games. As we alluded to earlier, she just hasn't given up multiple hits in a row or a walk followed by a double. You get on, and that's about it with 1 batter. And she's been able to work out of any trouble, if there has been even a sniff of trouble here in Fargo. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Strike out in the first, 2 in the second, struck out the side in the third, 1 in the fourth, and so far here, 1 in the 5th. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Berg. Swing and a miss, and she puts the exclamation point on a phenomenal weekend here for Grand Forks Red River. The Rough Riders are your 2025 EDC Tournament champs, in a game that finishes here at 6:19. That goes 1 hour and 20 minutes here today in this one, as Grand Forks Red River picks up the win. Jocelyn Berg, 5 innings of work at 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts here for the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. So it's official. Red River will play at 4 o'clock against Bismarck in the state quarterfinals, while North will play Dickinson at 1 o'clock in the state quarterfinals coming up on Thursday. As we take a look here at our ball diamond, and we get you ready for our post-game show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway with the all-conference team. and everything that's going on. Red River picks up the win 13-0 over the Fargo North Spartans. Red River now 16-9 on the year. North will drop to 16-5. Back-to-back seasons in which Fargo North was looking for an EDC tournament championship. That'll go awry, and for the 5th straight year, we'll have a new team win the EDC tournament championship. Valley City did it in 21, Cheyenne in 22, West Fargo in 23, North in 24, and Red River here in 2025. As the all-conference team, the senior athlete coach of the year, that'll all get announced here in a moment on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Red River, 13 runs on 14 hits. They left 6 runners left on base with no errors for the Fargo North Spartans. No runs on 3 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they had 3 runners left on base here in this contest. As we'll take a quick break and get you ready for the post game coming up around the corner next here on your liveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we come back here and get to our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game, go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And this is one of those where it's not just one person. Yes, Jocelyn Berg was phenomenal in the circle, but everybody contributed again to this win for Grand Forks Red River 1 through 9 up and down the lineup. This is a definition of a team win top to bottom. The Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, just their team, in 2 games here at Mickelson, outscore their opponents 28-0, and in doing so on 28 hits, where they gave up 3 hits in 10 innings for Jocelyn Berg. The team of Grand Forks Red River is our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. From there, we'll get to our Agassi Feature Precision Egg Play of the contest. The Grand Slam home run by Jocelyn Berg, then the solo home run by Taylor Kilgore is our Agassi Precision Egg Play of the Game. Go to Feature Precision website at planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. And from there, a Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. And the connection, the top third of the lineup, in which they scored between Soderberg, Manassa, and Lenigi, who came in and courtesy ran for Ella Nelson. They scored 9 of the 13 runs here for Grand Forks Red River. That is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Go to halsteadtelephonecompany.com website at Halstead Telephone Company. Their website is, again, halsteadtel.com. That, again, is halsteadtel.com. As we go through our all-tournament team, or our all-conference team here in this one, as they'll have their respective team members get announced here, as Dan Schultes able to have some hardware for him as they will go through. And in respective order, they'll go like this. A really good freshman in Sophie Rarick here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. Also from there, joining Sophie Rarick, Carly Larson for Grand Forks Central. Again, this is the 2025 All EDC selection. Also from there, you'll get Aubrey King from the Fargo North Spartans and Ella Spidell from Grand Forks Red River. Madison Adlin from West Fargo Cheyenne. So far your all-conference team is Rarick of Davies, Larson from Grand Forks Central, Aubrey King from Fargo North, Ella Spidell from Red River, Adlin from West Fargo Cheyenne, and Caitlin Kackman just announced here from the West Fargo Packers. For the 6 players so far that has been announced as they're making their way through, and we'll still get to our Coach of the Year and Senior Athlete of the Year as well. From there you have Kenley Fisher from the Fargo North Spartans, the second Spartan player that has been selected, as these awards are presented by the conference members, voted on by the coaches. So these are coach-nominated awards. And then Taylon Card here from Fargo Shanley, who had a really good pitcher's duel yesterday against Rarick in the circle, and the Deacons loss 4-0 against the Fargo Davies Eagles. Presley Tavetter, who got a really nice performance here today, able to get one out of the park. Presley Tavetter from West Fargo Cheyenne, the second Mustang, with her teammate in Madison Adlin also nominated here. The first player nominated here for McKenna Mose from West Fargo Horace. As Mose part of the 2025 All EDC selection. Able to be part of the all-conference team. Jocelyn Berg from Grand Forks Red River here today again, 6 runs driven in. She would reach base all 4 times and go 3 of 4 from the plate with a run scored as well. Jada Purdy on the all-conference team here from the Spartans, as there'll still be 5 more players that are yet to be announced. As for Purdy being part of both Aubrey King and Kenley Fisher. Horace with another selection of Osti Brant here for West Fargo Horace, a team that made it all the way to a state qualifying matchup here this season after not making the EDC tournament from a season ago. Ella Nelson here from the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, as this will be Red River's 3rd selection. Berg and also Ella Spidell. Ella Nelson here in this championship game was able to reach base all 4 times with 3 singles here in this one. Tristan Stuke from West Fargo Horace becomes the 3rd Hawk that has been nominated, and she will join both Brant and Mose here for West Fargo Horace. Brindley Rowe from the West Fargo Packers, the 2nd West Fargo selection, as just an 8th grader as well here for West Fargo. As she's making her way down here towards the first base side for Brindley. Brooklyn Soderberg from the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, able to score 3 runs here today as she reached base all 4 times. 2 singles, a hit by pitch, and reached base on a fielder's choice her last time up in the 5th inning here for Soderberg. And Olivia Calbus from the Spartans, part of your all-conference team as well. So that's your 2025 all-conference team. Again, Rarick from Davies, Larson from Central, King from North, Spidell of Red River, Adlin of Cheyenne with Kackman of West Fargo, Fisher from Fargo North, Gord from Shanley with Tavetter from Cheyenne, Mose from Horace, Jocelyn Berg of Red River, Purdy from North with Brant of Horace, Ella Nelson from Grand Forks Red River with Struck of Horace, Rowe of West Fargo, Soderberg of Red River, and Olivia Calbus from Fargo North. Again, is your 2025 all-conference team as voted on by the coaches from the Eastern Dakota Conference. And as we'll get to the Senior of the Year and also Coach of the Year as well. As the senior athlete goes to Aubrey King here of the Fargo North Spartans, as her team is capped out in left field. Aubrey King is your senior athlete here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Plays an awfully good third base, someone who's always hustling on the ball diamond. Aubrey King, a nice selection, and gets a nice handshake from Dan Schultes, the AD here from the Fargo North Spartans, as well as your 2025 EDC Senior Athlete of the Year. So Aubrey King again. As we'll go to our Coach of the Year award for our final individual award, and then it will be to the team awards upcoming. As Jen Smart from West Fargo Horace is your Coach of the Year with her team up the third base side as their season came to a close, but still a really good season for the Horace Hawks, and the future is bright for what they have coming back for years to come over the next couple of seasons. Jen Smart from West Fargo Horace, again, is your 2025 EDC Coach of the Year. As Grand Forks Red River gets an opportunity now to receive their championship trophy, as the entire team will be making its way to get that plaque and that title. And Grand Forks Red River with the championship here in the EDC Tournament Champions. And the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders will play against the Bismarck High Demons on Thursday at 4 o'clock. Also in their bracket will be Williston and Cheyenne, while Fargo North will play Dickinson at 1 o'clock, while Minot High and Davies will also be in their bracket. Again, on our Norman County Raceway Red River Valley Speedway postgame show, the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders are your 2025 Eastern Dakota Conference champs. We'll continue with more after this.
The world of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available. ncraceway.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we come back on our post-game show, join us, one of the seniors here for the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, going to have a really nice performance, able to reach base all 4 times with 3 runs scored. Again, is Brooklyn Soderberg. Brooklyn, congratulations on the championship. Just take us through what this feeling means. A couple of 5-inning games, you outscore Horace and North 28-0 here in these 2 games at Mickelson to win the EDC championship after beating Davies in the quarters. Just what does it mean to be the tournament champs this season?
It's really special as a team, and I feel like with this team, we had that great chemistry bond, and I think that really helped us through and that energy up and kept the bats going.
It's been a really good season for you, but what does it mean to win 3 games in tournament fashion, going to the state tournament in your own backyard, being the 1 seed from the East?
Yeah, it means a lot to us. It really, just like brings the momentum and gets us pumped up for state.
Let's take a look at Jocelyn Berg. We had her down for 33 strikeouts in 3 games in the EDC tournament. What just works for her in the circle from your advantage point?
I think that knowing that she'll do her job or whatever makes us more confident in our job, and we just work together more, and I feel like that really helps us as a team.
Let's talk about who we're going to hear from in a moment, Maya Manassa. What does she just bring to the club as well?
Oh, she brings so much energy. She brings so much confidence. She's a great teammate, and I think the program will really miss her next year.
For this particular senior class to win this, just kind of take us through the emotions. You know, you still got a couple more practices, a handful more games, but what does it mean for this senior class to get the job done and at least reach one of your goals as an EDC tournament champ?
I think that it really will leave an impact or whatever on us and really seal our career, I feel like. So I think that we're really going to miss the sport and this team, and yeah.
Final thing, Brooklyn, what do you hope to carry once you get ready for that that tournament state game, as you'll be having a date again coming up at 4 o'clock with the Bismarck High Demons in the state quarterfinals? Biggest thing you want to carry over to Albrecht Field will be what coming up next weekend?
I think our energy. I think that will definitely carry us into the next game.
Hey, congratulations again. Best of luck,
you.
and go enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Again, join us here in just a moment will be Miss Manassa, but that again is Brooklyn Soderberg with us. Again, 3 runs scored here for Red River. We're back with more after this.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll cover the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 2nd and 3rd.
This will be hit and over the shortstop Berg into left center field. A run comes in to score with Alexander Rapp.
Optimus Volleyball Series June 16th and 17th.
Blue outside Leitziger with another hammer.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 14th and 15th.
Baldwin finds Wick. Wick open, 3-pointer coming. Yes, sir!
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
As we go from the number 1 batter in the lineup to the number 2 batter in the lineup, also wearing number 1 to number 2, as well as Maya Manassa here, just as Brooklyn. 3 runs scored here in this game, able to get 3 singles for the starting shortstop. For you here, Maya, just take us through this particular tournament championship. What was working for you guys from the start? You got to run up early, then put 3 runs up in the 5th, and just kind of added on to it. Got a lot of good quality at bats to put the ball in play. Just was what was working from your advantage point.
Our bats were working today. When we can get our bats going, we're a very tough team to beat, and everyone hits, everyone scores. So I think our bats and obviously our pitcher, Jossie, she was doing great today.
Yeah, another 9 strikeout performance, just gave up 3 hits. In 3 games in the tournament, is she able to pitch 17 innings, 7 hits, 1 run against, just 3 walks and 33 strikeouts. What's it like having someone in the circle where you have confidence as a team knowing that she's probably going to get you in a really good spot to win a ball game?
I mean, her doing her job well gives us confidence to do our jobs, and she just has our back always, so we try to have hers, but we're very grateful that we have her.
Similar question that I asked to Brooklyn for yourself here, Maya. We'll just flip it. What does Brooklyn kind of bring for you here on the club this season?
Brooklyn brings a very quiet confidence. You know, she's not the loudest, but we just know that she'll go out there, do her job, get us going. Having her as the leadoff hitter, she does a great job of that. And, yeah, she does bring the energy, though. She's awesome.
What are you looking forward to most? Obviously, you got some goals still and some aspirations once you get to Albrecht Field, but what are you looking forward to most once you get to state in your own backyard up at UND?
I mean, the competition from the West. We love playing the West. But, yeah, we're really excited going into this tournament with all the momentum that we have right now, taking this EDC win. So hopefully to take home another title next weekend.
Able to see a couple home runs in this one, obviously with Jocelyn with the grand slam. But how about Taylor coming back and hitting that solo home run? What does Taylor Kilgore bring to the team?
Oh, Taylor Kilgore brings unmatched energy. She is an awesome cheerleader for her teammates. And, yeah, quiet confidence just like Brooklyn.
Hey, Maya, congratulations. We'll let you go enjoy it. Best of luck at UND next week.
Thank you.
Maya Manassa joined us here for Grand Forks Red River. We'll put a bow on the EDC tournament after this here from Mickelson Field.
The Rumble on the Red, presented by Ellingson Companies and their Dow Metals Recycling, is coming to West Fargo, North Dakota. The World of Outlaws and Not Energy Drink Sprint Cars come to the Red River Valley Speedway on Saturday, May 31st. Tickets are available now at slspromotions.com or by calling 815-344-2023.
Again, your final, Red River 13-0 over Fargo North as the Rough Riders are now 16-9 on the year. North drops to 16-5. Here's what your state tournament will look like at UND on Thursday. Minot against Davies at 11 o'clock. You'll have Fargo North against Dickinson at 1. Red River will tangle with Bismarck at 4. And Williston will go up against West Fargo Cheyenne at 6 o'clock. As we put a bow on our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway post-game show, check out Friday night races starting at 7 o'clock at the fairgrounds in West Fargo, or simply go to Ada in Minnesota for the Norman County Raceway. And you can also listen to Racing on the Radio Thursday and Friday nights on 106.5 FM KRJB. Red River, they were just a very tough team. One run in the tournament. That was from Fargo Davies. Otherwise, they outscore their opposition here in 3 games. 15-0, 13-0, and 8-1 were the finals here for Grand Forks River. This is a team that looks awfully dangerous and a chance to win a state championship, and their first in program history, mind you, if they can get it done in their own backyard. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to our broadcast. Make sure you patronize the sponsors, to those with the Fargo Metro Tournament Committee. Thanks to Dan Schultes, to Ben Potter helping us out up here with the press box, also grabbing some of the starting lineups throughout the course of the day as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to our coverage. Again, your final, Red River wins it 13-0 over Fargo North. I'm Chase Miller. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend and join us for more high school state tournament coverage throughout the next week or so on yourliveevent.com, on RNJ Broadcasting, and also join us for the Summer All-Star Series from the Shields Softball, Optimist Volleyball, and Lions Basketball Series as well. Have a great rest of your Saturday night here in Fargo.